this is probably gonna be the last day that we're gonna get some beautiful wintry landscapes, because yesterday it was raining the whole day and every snow was gone. This night it snowed again and now it's super beautiful. It's even better than before. I've been walking here just for 2 minutes and I already have my camera set up, put on the Tamron 100 to 400 here to photograph a piece of a tree, because there's a pine tree a little bit further here in the landscape and there's a branch that's going to the right side and it's hanging. How do you call it? Maybe like a lampshade that's hanging, and on top of it there's all this beautiful snow in it, so the contrast with the pine needles and the white snow, the darker trunk of this pine tree. So beautiful. I also think I'm gonna photograph this scene with the 50mm, because the Tamron 100, the 100 to 400 is too close. So I'm doing a close-up now from this tree, and now I'm gonna switch to the 50mm and capture whole this beautiful scene. We still got some light snowy drizzle here, so that's super nice. So like you could see on the back of the screen, we're still at blue hour. So the sun is not up yet, but it's also overcast, so we don't have to wait for the sunlight. It's just gonna be an overcast day today. So that's why I already started photographing the trees. So we have time, we don't have to hurry. We just can do a relaxing photography shoot today and really search for those beautiful compositions. So like I told you, I'm putting on the 50mm right now to capture this scene, or at least I hope the 50mm is wide enough. I'm hesitating a little bit what I have to think about this composition, because now it feels a bit cluttered, because we have some pine trees also behind the pine trees that I'm photographing, and yeah, maybe just a little bit distracting. It's not coming over like I see it in real life, so that's maybe a shame. But yeah, I'm gonna show it anyway, and let me know what you think. Is it a little bit too cluttered or not? I've been walking here for a bit of a time now, and I'm just enjoying the view, the quietness, because this is also my first week after my my burnout from work. I'm my first week after work, so this is really helpful. Super quiet, just relaxing and just enjoying the time. And now I saw a few pine trees standing against to each other, and I've got a beautiful darker background a little bit further into the landscape, so it's very perfect to isolate the pine trees in this landscape. So just like I thought, I've put on the 100 to 400 for this composition. I'm photographing it in landscape orientation, because I've tried it with the portrait orientated way, but then it's not wide enough and I'm losing pieces of the branches on the side of this composition. So I went for the horizontal one, and in the back we got some beautiful nice birch trees also, but also a little bit of pine trees. But the contrast with the dark background, the snow on top of the branches of the trees, and then also the white trunks of the birch trees. Yeah, it's super nice. And I'm photographing the compositions at 20 of a second at f5.3, because I want to have a shallow depth of field, because I want the trees in the back to be a little bit out of focus, very soft, because I have the feeling today with the snow it's really needed for me to like have soft compositions, something easy, nothing spectacular, because there's nothing spectacular gonna happen. But yeah, just an easy, beautiful photo. I've just moved my tripod a little bit further into the landscape, like a meter or 5, because I'm photographing another pine tree, this one here, and you can see on the here on the left side we got a little bit of branches hanging into the side, and under those branches is a bench. I have the feeling this tree is protecting the bench from, I don't know, from rain or something, I don't know, or snow. But the bench is actually a little bit before the tree, but from where I'm standing, yeah, it's protecting the bench. And with this tree, also is a very simple composition, just the pine trees with the snow on top, the bench, and then we can look further into this landscape. But just the feeling that I got, like the protection, the bench, yeah, it spoke to me. I was like, yeah, I have to capture that. And also photographed it at 80 of a second at f9 at ISO 500, because first I shot a handheld photo just to test it out, and I've placed the tree to the right side of the composition, and then the bench is almost in the middle. But then I've also photographed a photo with the tree more into the middle of the composition, but that doesn't look too good for me, so I think I'm gonna go with the handheld composition. So this is the photo from on the tripod. You can see the tree is in the middle of the frame. We got that bench here underneath the branches that are protecting. Oh, and then we got this just a little bit more to the right side, but for me this picture at this moment it speaks more to me than the one from the tripod shot. What I'm gonna try now is to take a panorama of some pine trees here in the in this landscape. But it's like a wall of pine trees, so we don't have really depth in this picture. It's just the pine trees, but a lot of contrast because of the dark trunks of the pine trees. We got the green needles of the pine trees. We got the snow on top of the pine trees. So yeah, I was like, it's so beautiful, but how can I photograph it? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to do a panoramic and see if it's even something or not, I don't know. I hope it works out, because I'm photographing the pine trees a little bit from an angle, so the pine trees on the left here are a little bit closer to us than the pine trees on the right are a little bit further. So now looking on the back of the screen, you can see the landscape getting bigger and bigger in the foreground when it's going to the right. So at the moment I have the feeling it's like a little bit strange. It's not like a beautiful straight lined panoramic photo. I'm wondering if would you hang something like that like in your house, like a snowy landscape, or do you have the feeling like if you put that in your house, it's always like a frosty feeling that it's that's hanging in your house? Because recently I was talking with my family, like if you hang something like that, like a picture with in autumn, you always have an autumn vibe in your home. And like this one, I was like, maybe it's like a cold picture, and it's like it's not that great to hang in your house. By the way, if you're liking the video, can you give it a thumbs up, because it will help YouTube to spread out my video, and it knows people are liking it, so they will send the video to the homepage of other people. And it will help me out immensely, so it's free. I've made a new composition again, and it's like a composition that I never would photograph, but I think it's because of the snow on the trees here that I saw it, that I got intrigued, and there's a lot of contrast in this picture that I'm taking. We got a little bit of foreground elements, some bushes with snow on it, and behind those bushes we have a frozen lake, and then we got a forest. And just here in front of the forest there's a pine tree with snow on it, and then in front of the pine trees we got some I don't know what kind of trunks or tree it is, but it's with a white trunk. Maybe it's birch tree, but it can also be trees with just snow against the trunk. It's birch trees. But yeah, it's for me, it's just about the contrast in this picture. It's so nice. Because the picture on its own, the background is a little bit cluttered because there's so much trees, but just the pine tree coming out of all of those trees, it's like showing itself like I'm here. And then with the snow on top of it, it's super cool. Portrait orientated picture, Tamron 100 to 400 at 100 millimeters. Yeah, and then a bunch of shutter speeds. I will show it when the pictures come on the screen. Then you can see the settings of the composition, because I was playing around. I cannot tell you anymore what setting that I've used. On the next composition, it's not going to be an easy one because I have to go a little bit here in the bushes under this pine tree, and I think I can get away with the 50 millimeters. It's a pine tree that I also photographed a few years ago, also when it was winter, but it wasn't as white like it is today. So I thought, why not try to photograph it again? But on that day that I took that picture, there was less snow in the landscape. And there's a little bit of water here that's not frozen. A few years ago it was more clear where I could stand. But now it's too risky to fall into the water, so I'm not gonna go too close. I've made the composition with the 50 millimeters. The 50 millimeters is actually not long enough, but with the tele-lens I've tried it. It's just the 100 is just too far again. And I'm photographing, I don't know if you can see it, through this the bushes here. It's like in a V shape, and I'm photographing the pine tree here in the back. The higher one is actually touching the pine tree with a branch in the composition, so I don't really like that. If I could, I would go a little bit closer, but here's water, and I don't know here in front if it's hard enough to stand on. I've did it in the past and it was hard enough at that moment, but I don't know if I would jump over this creek, so I have to be very careful where I'm standing. And yeah, the tripod is also a little bit higher than me. This is what I've done. I've put on the live view on the camera, and then to focus I went out of it, and then I tried to look at the viewfinder and then push the shutter button to see where I was focusing on that tree. Like I cannot see through the viewfinder because it's in this awkward position to photograph this tree. And I really love the composition, but with all the branches in front of it, with the snow on it, that creates for that frame around our composition. And then the pine tree with the snow on it, it has so much mood, it's looking very nice. So yeah, I love the shot, but I also love the shot from a few years ago, because if I'm not mistaken, I thought the clouds were a little bit open. We got some blues in the sky and a very beautiful soft light. So a bit better than today, but still a very beautiful snowy picture. So I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Oh, YouTube think you like this video here, so go watch it. Bye bye.